Olito Chamo Ngapa and Taki Mark Pisa Marsha Pisa La Shike and A and Easy A and is buzzing. This right here is a divinity mask. These deal with rebirth. These masks right here. These masks deal with rebirth. Like I was just sitting here thinking about when I'm because like I largely eat like, a lot of whole foods. Like oranges, bananas, dates. I mainly eat like a lot of bananas, right? I was sitting here thinking about when we have a situation that is where a person can't figure out, what it is they should be eating, or what a person they're trying to figure out, am I disciplined enough to stick with the diet that I'm eating, the fruits and, mainly the fruits, maybe oatmeal here and there, maybe chickpeas here and there, maybe pinto beans here and there, maybe northern beans here and there, kidney beans. Can I stick with the diet, that would, get me to where I need to go? As far as like being free from environmental attacks. Like you could eat a certain way, you could do any of that stuff where it just says, I'm going to do the right thing, and what I eat is going to be the right thing that I'm eating. You can still suffer from histamine attacks. Histamine, it could be an overproduction of, hydrogen in the environment. There could be a situation where there's pollution in the environment where it's just not a balance. It's just not a balance. When I was like 140 pounds, I used to suffer from panic attacks. When I was 140 pounds, I used to suffer from problems as far as like, not breathing correctly. But like I can go out there and play basketball. That would be no issue. But it was like I was at a point where like I wasn't eating enough. And then when I figured out like, okay, food is comforting and like it's supposed to comfort, that's when I started eating like a lot of food. And like I was getting like, it was getting out of hand to the point where like I wasn't controlling my metamorphosis. Like I wasn't controlling the foods that were going inside of my body. I noticed that like you have to eat, in the form that there's, a duality. You have to eat food that's like, okay, you're eating the vegan foods that may be a little greasy here and there. But once your body gets enough of it, you got to go back to eating fruit. Like I would be standing up and I would just go in shock. Like I would just be paralyzed to the point where it's just like I would fall or something like that because I wasn't eating enough. 140 pounds, like almost anorexic. You know what I'm saying? 5'11", 5'10", and 140 pounds. Probably leaner than that, right? Probably leaner than that. I'm trying to get back to like 180 right now. If I can get back to 180, I'll be able to enjoy making content a little longer and a little bit more vibrantly. And you say, well, what does all this have to do with, you picking up a rebirth mask? This right here is a portal of divinity. When you look at this mask right here, this comes with an entire divination. I have these on top of my refrigerator. And the reason that I have these is that, you know, these are supposed to deal with your breath. These are supposed to, you know, stave off spirits of doubt. You know, these are supposed to hold a level of divinity that, you know, it'll complete your chakra, your top chakra, you know, because this goes along with hiding the face, and this goes along with revealing the face. You know, this stops foods from going into the face and out of the face. You know, this one right here, this has its mouth open, and this one right here has its mouth closed. You know, sorry for the dusty fridge or whatnot. It's kind of dusty right here. And then, like, I have this right here. You know, this right here is a pyramid. Okay. I have dreams to the point where, like, you know, if I'm going into a state of in-lapse, when I'm getting ready to wake up and I'm going through a reverse osmosis, I'll think of myself being inside of this pyramid. Because again, like, when you look at this right here, this is an experiment. It's people who live in this little purple globe right here. Okay. When you look at the moon at night and you see it's a full moon, it's people who are living on that moon. Like, they just had an event where they was showing the hologram of the moon. I think it was like yesterday or 2 days ago. When you look at the hologram of the moon, it's people living on that moon. This is ancient civilization mercies. This is African tradition. This is a spiritual system here. So you see this right here and you see this right here. These two go hand in hand. All right. This is him calling out to the spirit, and this is him relaxing with the spirit. All right. We have to be clued in on what our divinity is mentioning to us. We have to be clued into it. When we want to awake the dead, you know, we put this mask on. When we want to let the dead rest, we have to have this mask on. All right. And like, a lot of people, like, they're kind of tired of the whole trick of, you know, going to funerals and going to repasses and things like that. They're kind of tired of it. Because you're meeting with people who don't have the right spirit. Say someone just passed in your family. You're meeting with someone who doesn't have the right spirit. Like, when we all come to funeral homes, like, all of us don't wear the same thing. You know, like, we're not all wearing white. We're not all wearing red. We're not all wearing navy blue. You know what I mean? We're not all wearing purple and black. You know, which is a sign that the dead needs to rest. You know, everything we do under this satellite called the moon and under this satellite called the sun, it has divinity. This is why this is the rebirth mask. You know, this is old Mayan culture. This is old Peruvian culture. Old culture. All right. So that's what I want to come here to talk about, was divinity, and about the purposes of prolonging life and letting life rest. What is you all's mask for divinity? I would like to know that. Great peace, Yakoki.